Custom birthday experience. What new game are you playing this time? Packed with surprises. Sounds enticing. But wouldn't you know it, I've got a last-minute errand I have to run. So I don't have time to see what treasures you've got squirreled away in that magic sack of yours. Don't start making a big deal out of this. I'm gonna go deaf listening to you yammer. It's a personal matter. I never said I wasn't going to celebrate my birthday today. After all, a certain someone racked her brains for a whole week. I at least have to make a good faith effort to show my appreciation. Or else who knows how long she'll hold a grudge against me. Alrighty then. The sooner we get this show on the road, the sooner we can celebrate my birthday. So are you going to put this huge backpack inside, or are you just going to schlep it around while I run my errand? Is there a problem? Not my style. Isn't bringing along a silly goofball like you even more not my style? This place was opened by a revered expert in the antique business. He's an old friend of the old man. He got in touch with me today and asked me to come get something. Please help yourself? I think that old expert isn't planning to show. This old-timer is a bit of an eccentric, and a hard one to read. I hear he even likes to make little inventions in his downtime. All in all, he's quite the odd duck. It's not out of the question. He very well may have left the object in this room. A jade bead. Do I look like the sort of person who would blow you off last minute for some transaction? In a certain sense, the bead is my teacher's. Look out! A fake. The weight's not right. I think this old kook is trying to test me. He wants to see if the student has the skills to bring the item back to his teacher. That bead is priceless. He would never just toss it in this trash heap. Of course. It was taken from an ancient tomb. Yes, but it wasn't my teacher that did the robbing. It's a long story, and I only happened to learn of it after my teacher was gone. At the time, a few antique dealers were planning to enter the tomb to steal the jade bead, so my teacher set out to stop them. He finally managed to get the bead, but because the old man's leg was injured, the bead was snatched away in the end. And then the bead was sold on the international market and faded into obscurity, probably because whoever bought it was lying low. Until today, this old kook contacted me and told me he found it and wanted to make good on a decades-old promise to my teacher. Yep. No matter who found it first, it would be donated to a museum in my teacher's name, to make up for all he'd been through. Not valiant. Stubborn. Stubborn about believing that these artifacts not only had material value, but also carried the weight of history. And history was at its most authentic when left in its specific setting. So cultural artifacts must be left on their native land. What impact? He was just an old fuddy-duddy. Well, look at you. Hang on. If what the old man taught me was the real McCoy, then it should be over there. If you're curious, pick it up and take a look. It may be a cultural relic, but it's not fragile. It's resisted corrosion for hundreds of years. It's tougher than you'd imagine. Besides, my teacher once said, history isn't as distant as we imagine. All you need to do is touch it to become a part of it. Although, I don't think what he said was entirely right. People can't become history, because people are themselves history. And history isn't that exotic and obscure stuff that people perceive it to be. When it comes to individuals, who needs all that overblown significance? Every event of the past, the present, and the future are all a part of one's own history. Unique and irreplaceable. All right, my errand is complete. Time to get on with your birthday plan. Since you helped me find the jade bead, I will grant my full cooperation to all of your schemes today. Birthday theme? Oh, that sounds kind of fun. No. But I've decided to add another layer of unpredictability to these random surprises. Hold on. I want another page. To make it a little harder for you. It's more interesting this way, don't you think? Yep, off to a pretty good start. So, now what do you need from me? Yep, it's lively, all right. You even invited them? No? What if I hadn't chosen that theme? What would they have done? Aha. Now's the private portion of the evening. I do, but who cares? I've already been pleasantly surprised. What else did you prepare? I'm pretty curious as to what other fun things I missed out on. Silly. Is that the reason you worked so hard on my birthday celebration? If you ask me, our time together is already unique and special enough. No one holds a candle to us. But I must admit, all this thought you put into it, and the countless possibilities, they really do help me be my best self. You know what? Some people say that you can always tell what's happened in something's past by looking at it. At the same time, you can also tell what's going to happen in a person's future by looking at them. So I've seen a lot about you. That you're dumb and stubborn. But you also often surprise me, and even make me admire you a bit. That's the future that I've seen. I won't allow that. If I let you know everything, where would the fun in that be? Although, there is one thing I can confirm about my future. It's that you and I will keep having lots of fun together.